Hello, my name is Camden and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new around here and you are not subscribed to my channel, you don't have to wait until the end of the video to do that. You can go subscribe right now if you want to. I am almost at 100 subscribers, which is very exciting. It's kind of like the first big milestone that you can hit as a new YouTuber. So please let me know down in the comments if there's anything you guys would like to do to celebrate that occasion once we hit it. I'm open to suggestions. We can do a Q&A, we can do a giveaway, or it can just be business as usual. You guys let me know. Talk to me in the comments. That being said, today's video is going to be a book haul. It's been about 6 months since I did the last book haul and I've acquired quite a few books, so I thought it would be good to film one of these before all the craziness of Christmas. So that is what we'll be doing today. Starting off strong, we have Dead Water by C.A. Fletcher. I haven't really seen anyone's opinions of this book online, but I saw it in Barnes & Noble and it looked really interesting to me. This book follows a small island community off of the coast of Scotland as they are dealing with this like waterborne illness or blight. The inside cover of this book does describe it as being like a folklore, so I'm interested to see if there will be any type of supernatural element, and I'm really excited to read it, although it does look a bit daunting. The next book on my list is A Familiar Stranger by A.R. Torre. This is a third A.R. Torre book that I've bought in 1 year, so I really need to start reading these. But anyway, this one sounds like it's going to be a bit of a domestic thriller. It's following a woman named Lillian who has a husband and a son, but she finds herself getting caught up in this affair with a man named David and kind of inventing a new life for herself. I'm expecting this book to be a bit light on all of the plot twists of a typical thriller and more of a character study into our main character Lillian as she starts weaving this web of lies and as her web of lies come crumbling down on her. The next book that I picked up is His Majesty's Dragon by Naomi Novik. I have read a couple of Naomi Novik's more recent books, that being Uprooted and Spitting Silver, but I have never gotten around to reading her first popular series, which is the Terramare series. This is the first book in that series. It does sound quite unique and interesting though. The back cover reads, "A rare bond is formed between a young man and a dragon, and together they must battle in the Napoleonic War." The next book that I picked up is one that I am super duper interested in, and that is Gathering Dark by a bunch of different authors. This one is like a folk horror anthology. I'm really excited to read this book. It especially feels very fitting for this time of year, so I'm definitely going to try and pick it up before the end of November. Just some of the authors that I recognize who are being featured are Chloe Gong, Tori Bovalino, Hannah Witten, Allison Saft, and Courtney Gould. So it sounds like it's going to be a great lineup and I'm really excited to read this one. Another book that I am so excited to read is How to Be Eaten by Maria Adelman. This book is a fairy tale retelling and it follows all kinds of fairy tale characters who are in a women's trauma support group. We have the wife of Bluebeard, Little Red Riding Hood, Gretel from Hansel and Gretel. I'm really excited to see what this author is going to do with this concept because it sounds absolutely amazing. If you haven't guessed by now, folk horror and fairy tale retellings are a bit of a theme in this video, and this one is no exception. This is Thistle Foot by Jenna Rose Nethercott, and this book follows the Yaga siblings who are pretty estranged from each other, but they are brought back together in order to inherit their grandmother's chicken-footed house. This book is based on Jewish and Eastern European folklore, and I am so excited to read it. I have not read a book that features Baba Yaga in any way, so I'm really excited to read this one soon. I say that about all of these books. The next book that I have, and another October book of the month pick for me, is As Long as the Lemon Tree Grows by Sulfa Katu. I have purposely not read the inside cover of this book because I want to go in a bit blind, but I have heard from so many people who have read this book that this book is absolutely amazing. What I do know is that this book is following a girl who is working in the hospitals during the Syrian civil war, and that's really all I need to know that this book is going to absolutely destroy me and is going to be absolutely heart-wrenching, but I'm still really excited to read it. I just will need an entire box of tissues ready when I do. The next book that I picked up is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. This book sounds like it's going to be absolutely hilarious. I'm just going to read you the back cover of this one because it will do it better justice than I could. It's difficult to find a husband in Regency England when you're a young lady with only half a soul. Ever since she was cursed by a fairy, Theodora Eddings has had no sense of fear or embarrassment, an unfortunate condition that leaves her prone to accidental scandal. Dora hopes to be a quiet, sensible wallflower during the London season, but when Elias Wilder, the handsome, peculiar, and utterly ill-mannered Lord Sorcier, discovers her condition, she is instead drawn into dangerous fairy affairs. As I said, this book sounds like it's going to be really funny, and I'm really excited to read it. There are 3 books in this series, I believe, so hopefully if this one goes well, you'll see the next 2 in a future book haul. The next book that I bought is one that I have been recommending to absolutely everyone in my real life, and that is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This book really changed something inside of me. I have been struggling to read as much fantasy as I used to for quite a number of years, and I realized the reason is that I'm just not super interested in reading a hugely complex world that's going to take me 200 pages to even understand the magic system of, and I definitely find that I am gravitating more towards fantasy books like this that don't need a lot of explanation or a lot of expose or for me to understand an entire like court politics. I really just want to read something like kind of simple and cute and cozy. Cozy fantasy is the wave of the future. Mark my words. But yeah, if you have not read this book, go out, buy it, get the audiobook. You need it in your life. That being said, on my never-ending quest to find more books like it, I have also grabbed Howls Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. This is a tiny little edition. He's so cute. I remember my sister reading and loving these books when we were both kids, but I never really got into this one. So I'm excited to read it now as an adult. This one follows a girl named Sophie who is a hat maker and Howl who owns a moving castle, and that's pretty much all I know about it. But I've heard that it has all of the cozy vibes. And it's so cute and tiny. Another cozy fantasy that I have picked up is The House Witch by Delamock. This book follows a man named Finn Ashwin, who is the new cook for the royal family of his kingdom. He is something called a house witch, which basically means that his magic is related to cooking and filling people with peace and comfort. And I am already like halfway through this book and really enjoying it. In fact, next week's video will be me reading this in a reading vlog, so you can look forward to that. But yeah, more cozy fantasy. The next book that I picked up is a favorite from last year, and that is The Midnight Bargain by C.L. Polk. This is one that I read last year and I really haven't been able to get it out of my head since. I really enjoyed this book. This book follows a main character named Beatrice who realizes that she has some magical gifts. However, women aren't allowed to practice magic in the place where she lives, given that practicing magic could cause potential harm to their future children. This book is absolutely amazing. It's written by a Black author, and if you enjoyed like Bridgerton and you enjoy fantasy, Regency romance type books, definitely give this one a read. The next book that I purchased is Empire of Exiles by Erin M. Evans. This book sounds like it's going to be really interesting. It is following 4 unlikely characters as they are trying to stop a coup inside of their empire. It's following a mage, a scribe, an archivist, and an investigator. So I think this one is going to be really fun. I don't know if this is accurate, but I'm just picturing it to be like a Guy Fawkes fantasy kind of book. This one just came out recently and I'm really hoping to get to it by the end of the year. And the final book that I've picked up recently is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. This was one of my 5-star prediction books for 2022, so I really need to get on this one as soon as possible because the end of the year is coming up and I want to let you know how all of those books went This book, I believe, is based on Korean mythology, and it follows a girl who is on a mission to wake a sea god in order to save her home village. I have had my eye on this book for quite some time, and I'm really excited to read it. So this one is at like the tippy top of my list. My hair has dried in the course of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all of your support. If you can go down to the subscribe button, click that, click the bell notifications so you are notified every time I post a new video. Comment down below, let me know what you want to do for 100 subscribers. Like this video, share it, and I will see you all in a new video next Friday. Goodbye!